Hello everyone, BG Musician coming at you live today. We are starting our Howl's Moving Castle Merry-Go-Round of Life Easy Piano Lesson Tutorials. So welcome, so happy to have you. We're going to be diving right in today with measures 1 through 6. As you can see, I've got them placed right here on the screen. And what I like to do is I like to label each note with the actual representation. So you'll see that I've put in pink the note names of each note to sort of help you be able to identify them a little bit quicker. I do have a separate video, note flashcards, so if you really want to learn how to read the sheet music without me putting the notes on, feel free to navigate over to those videos and give those a shot. So as you can see, today we'll be playing the right hand and the left hand. The right hand is represented by the top bar. The left hand is going to be represented by the bottom bar. The top bar is the image is the treble clef. Bottom is the bass clef. So a couple things to notice here. We have all the notes laid out. You'll also see little numbers above each note. 1, 2, 4, 5. Those are going to be our finger positions. Those are going to be very important because you're going to want to try to optimize your fingerings so that you can navigate around the keys efficiently. Every note you play, you should know which finger you're going to play it with before it's time to play it. It doesn't just happen willy-nilly. It really does take some thought and practice and preparation. So keep that in mind. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 always starts with the thumb, and then you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? Another thing I want you to notice if you're new to piano or keyboard is how to identify middle C in the keyboard. So first, you identify C by finding the first 2 black notes. You'll see there's multiple sets of the 2 black notes on your keyboard or piano, and you're going to choose that note immediately to the left of the 2 black notes. That's C. And you'll see it's repeated multiple times. So on a keyboard or a piano, it's just the same scale over and over, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and it's just different octaves or frequencies. So this C and this C, it's the same basic frequency, but it's just raised pitch. So that's how you identify C. You find the 2 black notes, 1 immediately to the left. So I want you to identify middle C, and it'll be the C that is in the center of your keyboard or your piano. It should sound similar to this. So once you identify middle C, anything we play with the right hand will typically be to the right of middle C. Anything we play with the left hand will typically be to the left of middle C. So middle C is always going to be your anchor. So let's identify some notes here. Find middle C. We're going to have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You just go with the alphabet. There's no surprises there. All white notes today, so don't worry about any of the black notes. You'll just be going straight up. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Alright, so with that, we should have enough to get started. The very first measure, you'll see 3 notes, and this is piano, which means we're going to be playing very soft. It's in 3/4 time, which means there's 3 beats for measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. So da 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 da. All right, so that's what it's going to sound like. Let me just play today for you so that you know what's coming here. So that's what we're going to be working on today to hopefully master that so that we'll be able to move forward with the rest of the song. So this is a 2-page song. I think there's 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 56 or so, 54 measures. So we should be able to knock this out pretty quickly. But be patient with yourself. Really take the time to learn the measures. It's very important to go back over them multiple times. Make sure you have everything solid. So we're going to start with measure number 1, E, A, C. So your thumb goes on E. Remember, you can identify C by finding the 2, immediately 1 over, and then count up to E. C, D, E. Thumb goes on E. Pointer finger goes on A. So you can find E, F, G, A. And then you want to put your fourth finger up on C, which is right up here. Okay, so now the first measure is just hitting those three notes. E, A, C, E, A, C. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Keep the wrist relaxed. And just you play it over and over and over until your body and your muscle memory kicks in and you get it memorized. Even if it's easy, go ahead and play it 10 to 20 times. Alright, perfect. So now we can move on to measure 2. We'll go straight into an E with the fifth finger. So see our pinky's up here. We have C, D, E. So our pinky's going to go right here. So back to finger position, E, A, C, E. This is going to be a kind of a stretch, especially if you're new. So you really want to get comfortable with this position. Just play all 4 of them at the same time, over and over, until you get comfortable with that hand position. So now let's play 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. And you'll notice there's no 5 over the second E. That's because they assume it's obvious what finger you should be playing. You just played it with a 5, so they assume, okay, well, you should keep it with a 5. And that's what we're going to do. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. Notice how my thumb sort of comes up. It's okay. So I like to do different combinations sometimes in the pattern. Right, you're really just getting comfortable with the position and the note. So you can have some fun with it. Okay, so just once again, really get familiar with that position and the particular structure of the hand. So that's measures 1 and 2. Ba, 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 ba. And if you're not familiar, when I say a measure, look for those lines that are separating the staffs, right? So wherever you see a line, that tells you that's the end of a measure. So let me just refresh you guys on that. Here's the actual sheet music I'm looking at. This is measure 1. This is measure 2. This is measure 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to move into measure 3 now. So we've got 1 and 2 with the right hand. And measure 3, we have D, C, B. If you'll notice, our fingers are already lined up for D, C, B. D, C, B. D, C, B. We just go right down that scale. So let's put all that together. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. then finally, measure 4, we have 1 C. You'll play that with the third finger right back to where it was. So do that a couple times. Fantastic, great job. So we've got 2 measures left with the right hand. Measures 4 and 5. You'll see measures number 4 starts with an A. Our thumb is already on A. Remember, A is just C, D, E, F, G, A. Thumb is already on A. Second finger is going to go on C. Third finger on E. And then fifth finger on A. You can't see it's right here. You'll see it going down. So find those notes. A, C, E, A. We're playing 2 A's. They're exactly 1 octave apart. You find the note, the group of 3, and the A is the note right to the right of the second black note in the group. Okay, so we have A, C, E, A. All right. A, C, E, A. 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. And it's kind of a stretch, right? The pinky's way up on the A, so you really need to make sure you can get that stretch in. You might even need to slide your wrist to the right a little bit if you can't leave it in position. My hands are pretty large, so I can make that stretch pretty easily. But if you have smaller hands, you might need to get a bit more creative. Alright, that's 4 and 5. So now let's put it all together, starting back at 1. Let's do it again. And one more time. Wonderful. Great job, everyone. So that is the right hand. Left hand, we'll notice it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty simple melody. The left hand is going to start out on D. You'll see my finger down here. D is obviously 1 above C. C, D. So you want to find that middle C, and you want to go all the way down to the C right below it, and then pop up to that D. So your 5th finger goes on D, 4th finger goes on E, 2nd finger, actually we'll put your 1st finger on A, keep that 5th on D. So you're going to go 5, 4, 1, 1, 5. Okay? So remember, the 5th finger's on D, 4th finger's on E, 1st finger's on A, 5th finger's on D. So what this looks like is, we've got 3 rests. Let's start at the first measure. It's rest, 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 note, 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 rest, rest. So 5, rest, rest, 4, rest, rest, 1, rest, rest, 1, rest, rest, 5. Okay? Alright, Alright, so now let's try to add in the right hand just a little here. We're going to start with measure 1. So just play up to that, and play that left hand when you hit the 5 up here. So E, A, C, D, D. And it's just that simple. You just hit that D for one beat. E, A, C, E, E. Okay? Next we're going to keep going, and we're going to throw in the E. So when we do the DCB part, you'll play the E on top of it. So here we go. Alright, again. One more time. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to do the 4th measure, the C and the A together. Your thumb should already be on A over here, and you know that the 3rd is on your C. Here we go. Let's try it again. And one more time. If you'll notice, your left hand never needs to move. So your left hand will stay right here the whole time. D, E, F, G, A in this nice 5-finger position. So don't worry about moving it. Once it's there, it can stay there for these measures. So we're moving on to measure number 5. It starts with A. So we have, you'll notice, so the left hand plays A. And then you play a D in the last measure. A, C, E, A, A. A, C, E, A, A. A, C, E, A. Alright. Now let's put it all together. And don't worry, if you need to go slower than I am, that's fine. Take your time. Play it until you're comfortable with it. It might be taking you a little bit more to get the left and the right hand to play at the same time. I know initially that was something I really struggled with as well. It takes practice. It feels weird and awkward to play 2 hands at once, especially different notes. So just really take your time with that and get comfortable before you try to move on to the next part. So let's play it all. Here we go. Fantastic. Let's play it again. And one more time. Great job, guys. That's measures 1 through 6 of the song. I will tell you, try to practice measures 5 and 6, 4, 5, and 6, because that's when the right hand needs to move. That'll probably give you the most trouble, is making that right hand adjustment and going to the actual finger position. It's a bit of a stretch, so really practice that scale. Da, 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 da. You can play it over and over. Play the chords on top of it if you want. A, D, A, D, A, D. Right, so you can get creative, just get comfortable with that. If you want to even have more fun, just play these 3 A, C, E over the top. A, C, E. just if you want to have some fun. I mean, you can play whatever you want with your left hand over here. I mean, you can just play one note. Just so you get familiar with what it feels like to play two hands at the same time. So don't beat yourself up. Get creative. Just play, but really get used to this stretch here. All right, great job, everyone. Please, if you have any questions at all or need some clarification on anything, drop me a comment. I'll make sure to get to that and answer your question. Also, please hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. It's a privilege of mine to be able to share this and teach this information to you. I'm just so passionate about piano, and I love it so much, and I'm very excited that you are starting to take this journey. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Have a good one.